What's happening, boys? Episode 11 of the Fulham Crew Mode. We're getting into the thick of it, the tail end of the season, where the nitty gritty, basically. But we're taking a sidestep away from the Premier League. We're coming to the Vitality to play in the FA Cup quarter finals, so a chance to go to Wembley should we win here today, and a chance to kind of get European football without having to get it in the league, which would be nice if we can go on and win the competition. Obviously, there's not the strongest of teams remaining in the competition. Arsenal are probably the best team left with us. Also, well, Newcastle as well, but we're probably, we're not the favourites, but definitely not the worst team in the competition. And when you've got Omega up top doing stuff like that, just diving header 3 minutes into the game, putting you 1-0 up, getting his, I don't even know, 30 something, maybe even as close to 40 goals this season. You can do anything. You can achieve anything with a striker that good. But, like I said, we win the FA Cup. I believe the FA Cup is automatic qualification to the Europa League. Carabao gets you into the Conference League. I might be wrong there. They might both be Europa. They might both be Conference. But I think it's the Europa. So should we fail in the league? Should we slip up a couple of times? Because I've got a few difficult games left this season. If we can win this, I think that'd be a real kind of positive for us. And I believe if we get to the final and lose it to a team that has already qualified, like in the top four, we get the position goes to the league. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully it's something like that. This game's played out on your screen, and you can see it's not been the most action-packed of games, but we've held our own. Well, I say held our own. Bournemouth are in the relegation zone. We should be holding our own against them. But the final whistle is eventually going to blow, and we're going to be 1-0 victors, securing ourselves a trip to Wembley, a spot in the FA Cup semi-finals, and continuing the opportunity at a trophy in our first season. I had a look at Fulham. I went on their Wikipedia page, looked at their honours list. Whole lot of runner-up, kind of championship, Intertoto Cup in 2002. No FA Cup, no Carabao Cup, or League Cup. So we want to win that. We want to get some glory, some heritage to Fulham. Coming into this one, like I said, we've still got a lot of tough games left in the league. We've still got Liverpool this game here at Anfield as well. We've got Arsenal left. We've got Newcastle. So it's definitely not secured in us getting European football. Got to work for it. And we're going to do exactly that. We're going to work as hard as we can to try and get ourselves a European spot. Obviously, should we not, there's going to probably be a couple of people sniffing around Bassey, around Robinson, Omega, maybe Smith Rowe, maybe Iwobi. The big teams are going to be sniffing around them, thinking, yeah, we can get them. Our European football, we can drag them in. So to just kind of keep them not even locked in, because obviously if a Champions League team comes in, they're probably gone. But just to keep them at least kind of to wait off a couple of teams, getting European football would be big for us. Rico Lewis, I had to go at the geezer quite a few times in this season. He's turned into a really good player as Omega's played through. And just look at this. Obviously in real life this would probably go to VAR. They'd probably take 10 minutes looking at it. That is so close. Obviously the game can't get it wrong, but that is proper close. And yeah, real life VAR 10 minutes just to say, yeah, he's offside. Completely ruin it. This one would not go to VAR. Terrible challenge from our backup man. Isak steps up, hits the post, but it does ricochet into the back of the net. Lecomte is obviously still in net. Leno is out for the season, unfortunately. That could have a big impact on how we finish this season. I've just realised I said that Omega Man might have 37 goals this season. Probably closer to 27. I've just noticed that because Isak's popped up, it said 22. And I was like, did I say 37? But yeah, it's probably about 27. All competitions included. Back to the game though. A lot of chances coming Liverpool's way. We just need one little flick, little bit of luck to go our way. Back on level terms and just hold on for a draw. That's all we need. But they're so much better than us. And it's very, very, very clear with stuff like that. I don't even know what happened there. But somehow the ball ends up at Isak's feet. He puts it into the back of the net. 23rd goal of the season for him. But yeah, absolutely no idea what happened there. We're 2-0 down. And that's basically us saying goodbye to this game. An unsuccessful trip to Anfield. Look at Isak like just holding off Lewis. It's probably his biggest weakness is his weakness, you know. He's not the strongest of players. He's not the biggest, you know. But we play to his strengths and he'll be a really, really good player, I think, as Mason Mount charges in, shoots it past Alisson, and a really nice finish from him. It's only his second goal of the game, you know. He came out like a bullet out of a gun when he first signed. Slowed down quite drastically, actually, since then. But he still popped up with the odd assist, the odd goal. Well, the second goal there, but you know what I mean. We've got to move on from this one. Erase it from our memory. It's Liverpool, you know, we were never going to win it. Get that gone. Brentford at their house in the Premier League. Let's smash them. We haven't really smashed anyone in a while. Let's go and do that. And that's what I told the boys before the game. And that is exactly how they started the game. Attacking intent. They wanted the goals. They wanted to win. They wanted to bounce back. And we're going to look to just nick the ball back in the midfield. We do exactly that. Kobbie Mainoo finds Mason Mount. Smith Rowe out wide. There's only one man to aim for in this situation. You just got to wait for him to make the run. And then you pounce. He's got no one marking him. It's so stupid. And only a stronger left foot. Slots it past Kelleher. Mount with the assist. 25 goals in the Premier League for our man. There's definitely going to be big teams knocking. I would be very surprised if there wasn't big teams knocking, and I would be very surprised if we didn't get at least, I reckon we could double our money, maybe even stretch for kind of 70 million for him. As he's going to charge into the box, he could have shot it himself. He played it across the 6-yard box. Iwobi taps it past. 2-0, 33 minutes into the game. We've not come to the G-Tech to mess about. We've come to put the ball on the back of the net, to win football games, secure our 3 points, take them back to the cottage, rise up the Premier League, and get European football next season. Second half kicks off. Kobbie Mainoo. I think we've made a mistake with Kobbie Mainoo. I think we've made him too good. I very much doubt we can sign him next season. I think he's an 81 or 82 rated player now. Considering that's probably going to be 40, 50 million. That's going to be probably all of our budget on Kobbie Mainoo, which, you know, you could do. But there's some areas in this team that I think need some serious building. But you can see, second half, just exactly how we started the first. Attacking intent, coming right at him. Lovely little touch, lovely little bit of skill from Smith Rowe to get past his man. Slots it past Kelleher. Well, he doesn't slot it past him, he blasts it past him. 5th goal of the season. I think that's good for this season. Next season, I want more. If we're in Europe especially, double digits. Definitely, if we're in Europe. We're going to be playing a lot more games. Going to want those double digits for my man Smith Rowe. Omega Man turns on a sixpence. Tries to put it top pins, but it's saved by Kelleher. But we are all over Brentford. They've not had a sniff at our net. Lecomte has been in goal. He's just been so bored. as Omega Man knocks through Mason Mount. Back-to-back games with a goal for Money Mace. Omega Man's got a goal and 2 assists in this one. It's doing the Conor McGregor, the billionaire strut. And with the clock ticking down, we're still pressing, we're still trying to get the ball. The points have been secured for some time now, but we just want to humiliate Brentford. We want to put out a statement of intent for the last few games of this season. We mean business, and we want these European spaces. Iwobi's going to receive the ball. Literally a minute left, but we're still going to charge at this Brentford defence. Cobbs out to Iwobi. He's got 2 men to aim for. There's 1 man that wants it. He's screaming for it. He just really, really wants it. Nathan Collins, see you later, son. Tried it earlier in the game. Was saved. Tries it again. This time it is put into the back of the net. 5-0 dominance. Humiliation. 3 points. And that is the most important thing in this game. As it ends, it's a clean sheet for Lecomte as well, which is pretty good. But I told the boys, don't celebrate too hard. Season's not done yet. And we've got, up to now, the biggest game of the season up next. Wembley Stadium is about to be bouncing as we take on Nottingham Forest. And his men, Mr. Marinakis, sitting up in the box's seats. It's a big one. It is a huge one. To say the least, this is probably the biggest game in Fulham's kind of, obviously probably after the Championship final game maybe, but this might even be bigger because this is the chance at a major trophy. And we've got the boys, the confidence is boosting after that Brentford game, and we're going to look to take advantage of that. Obviously the previous few games against Nottingham Forest, this man, Bonu, has made some incredible saves. Smith Rowe one in the last time we played him, insane. That one against Mount, equally as insane. So we're going to have a work cut out against us to try and put the ball past him. But that's a challenge we are up to. They, though, are no slouches. Obviously, they've got Griezmann. Elliot Anderson's very good. Hutchinson's brilliant. Bakwa is a player. Maybe we'll keep an eye on him, because I'll talk about it in the next episode. Some transfer targets. I want a bit of pace, because we're a very slow team, I won't lie. But you can see there, a chance. Very, very close to going into the back of the net. In real life, penalty, I think that hits his arm. I think that goes to VAR. I think that's a penalty for Forest, but we'll just ignore that. As Omega Man skips past his man, strikes it across goal again. Bono keeping it at level terms. 2 incredible saves from him to keep them in this game as Hutchinson tries to skip past his man, but big man Calvin comes in and says, no, we ain't having that around here. And again, another situation. Anderson knocks it up to Iwobi. He's not got the most options, but Anthony Robinson's going to find our man, but just pushed off the ball from Elliot Anderson, another great player. But we're coming in to the final stretch of this game. The knees, the legs are starting to get tired. Lactic acid's building up. You're thinking, can we actually do this? Especially when Griezmann, La Liga winner. Oh, questioning that one. Did he win La Liga? I don't think he did. I think he was at Barcelona when Atleti won it, and he was at Atleti when Barca won it. So no, he's not. But he's a Europa League winner. But Mr. Clutch himself, Emile Smith Rowe, 10 minutes remaining, puts the team on his back. His first goal in the FA Cup this season. Lovely bit of skill to get past his man, and it could be the biggest goal in his career. Look at this one. Berger just whips it into him, holds off Milenkovic, little kind of outside his boot to scoop the ball into the space, slots it past Bonu. Lovely finish. Loki is right at him. Loki saves the hard chances and just lets the easy one go in, but we're going to take that. We're going to move on, and we're going to accept the fact we are 1-0 to the good with minutes remaining in the FA Cup. And as the whistle will eventually be blown when Adama Traore says to this man, he says, "Get it out." We are in the FA Cup final. And we will be facing Arsenal. So yeah, definitely no slouches. But we'll hope, we'll pray the luck is on our side, because we're going to need the luck. Because we're not going to outskill Arsenal. We're not going to outplay them. We need the rub of the green in the final. But it's all thanks to this man, the former Arsenal boy, Emile Smith-Rowe. But that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.